Hello out there on the interwebs, you have your tubes tuned to Ken and Brony, and I can still fly! Yes, last time, little viewers, we made the angel wings, and I am still a Steve. My internet is unhappy with me. But that's neither here nor there. I think I'm going to move today, actually, little viewers. I want to get over to a specific void world. And to do that, I'm going to need some specific things. What kind of specific things? Well, I need to make the portal to the last millennium. So, what do I need to make? I need to make a clock. Do I have everything I need for that? Awesome! Clock! Check. I need some burnt quartz, so I need some blocks of quartz. Do I have any blocks of quartz? I have 1 block of quartz. I need 3 more. Just get that off of there. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Grab some coal. Alright, well, and then I'll just toss it in there. I don't mind that I'm wasting half a coal. Alright, so burnt quartz, check. Now I need carved eminent stone. Do I happen to have everything I need? Nope. At least not in here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just toss those in there. I need my flower pouch. There we go. Because I need some purple and magenta. Because I believe I mentioned it earlier, but you can make dyes out of the Botania flowers. And I'm not sure I've ever actually made it. Mortar. There we go. You have to make this, the pestle and mortar. Do I have everything I need? I need to make a bowl. Do I have what I need to make a bowl? I do have what I need to make a bowl. Bowls, mortar and pestle. Alright, so we'll just do that. I need 1 set of those flowers, 1 set of these petals, and you just craft it like that and you make the floral powders. That one. I'll just toss all those back in the thingy, and we will go back to the last millennium. I need to make these guys. There we go. Carved eminent stone. So, what did I miss? Oh, these ones. There we go. Well, that was really easy, loyal viewers. Tune in next time for... No, I'm not gonna... We're still going. Alright, where am I gonna put this thing? Where am I gonna put this thing? Because we're gonna pretty much be tearing down the entire base and going somewhere else. I'll go ahead and just put it right here. Whoop. And I accidentally clicked it too. Welcome, loyal viewers, to the last millennium. And we can still fly. Flight makes me so happy. So, if any of you loyal viewers grew up on the Super Nintendo, this probably looks strangely familiar to you. Welcome to the end of time. We even have the last villager. Hey, Gaspard. Yes, it is... It's Chrono Trigger, loyal viewers, not Chrono Cross. No one likes Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is dumb. So, this is where I'm going to actually build, loyal viewers. And my base is going to be pretty much inspired entirely by the game. Because there are... You might be wondering, how are you going to do all that, Kennel? Well, I can actually make... the shafts of light to teleport to places. The dimlets that I've been gathering, those can actually, excuse me, the little teleport pads for the dimlets, you use the dimlets to make new dimensions. So I'm probably going to be making small void worlds that have just an island in the center, and I'll be modeling them after the various portals in Chrono Trigger. That will be a little bit later though, because I need to make this area a home. This is going to be probably my main base where I'll be doing most of my stuff. Over there is going to be where I'll have all the teleports. Over there is probably where I'm going to put most of, at least some of my infrastructure and stuff. Over here, I'm going to put at least a setup for mob spawners. I want to put actual mob spawners in Lavos' shell, but that's a fair bit down the line, though, viewers. And then that way, I'm not sure what I'm going to put that way. I'm sure I'll think of something, though. So, that's the plan, though, viewers. So I have a lot of moving to do. This place is going to look a lot different once I come back. So, it's going to be a little while, though, viewers, but it'll be just a shortcut for you. It'll be probably a couple days for me. So, I shall catch you in a moment. And I'm back, little viewers, and as you can see, I've just put up some torches. That's it. Nah, I'm just messing with you. This place really does look a lot different right now. Anyway, to the north, I have a little blaze spawner going on. I actually have, I flew around the nether for a little while, and got 4 blaze spawners. And you might not be able to tell, but there's some weird orange things on top of the spawners. Those are conveyor belts, so that if any blazes spawn on top of it, they just get pushed off and then they drop down to the floor. And on the floor, I have 4 grinders just hidden on the floor there, and that will actually cover the entire area. And then pulling out mob essence and the various drops. And those guys can drop a couple of different sets of guts, so I just have those going straight into the trash. What do they drop? Heart, brains, muscle, and lungs. I don't need any of that, little viewers. And then I have the rest of the drops going into this drawer controller, which basically, if you have a huge set of drawers, you can pipe stuff into this guy and it will automatically get filtered out to the rest of them. So I've got some blaze rods, some sulfur, common treasure, uncommon treasure, and blaze powder. Blaze powder is really rare to get off of an actual blaze. Usually they won't drop powder, they'll drop the rods. You may notice I actually don't see any powder just laying around in there. Oh, there's a little bit of powder just laying around. The blazes seem to just kind of drop blaze powder a lot like chickens will drop eggs and feathers. But it's not really a big deal. And I have these little locks on these drawers so that I can, you know, pull out all those treasures if I want, and they will stay locked as treasure. Gaspard likes me. He keeps on dropping these emeralds, though he calls them some kind of egg. I don't know if he thinks he has a time chicken or what. But on the other side, I've got my smeltery going on, and you can probably hear some very loud clanging. That, little viewer, is what I'm doing instead of a quarry, at least for now. I have this, a crushing factory. This is one of my favorite things about Mechanism, little viewers. As you can see, it is doing the job of 3 crushers right now. And I just have a regular old cobble generator going straight into it. This guy, oh my frames. There we go. I have him set so that some of the gravel goes into the sieve, because I want some of the stuff from gravel. Some goes into another crusher to become sand, to be sifted. The other one goes into another crusher, and then a hammer to make dust, because I want some of the stuff from dust too. Why do I want to do all of them? Well, because like I can get lapis, emeralds, and diamonds from the gravel, and then from the dust I can get like infestation. I can get ancient spores, silver, crystals, those kind of things, and from the dust I can get bone meal, redstone, all kinds of things. So, and this is just like a preliminary version of it. Man, my frames right now. Anyway, that's just a preliminary version of it, and then here at the end, I decided to make a gigantic chest to put all of the stuff into. And I hope to eventually run these gravels through some hammers, and then recombine them and hammer them down all the way down into dusts. Because you get gravel, sand, and dust. And as you process them down, you get more and more bits. So if you're doing a setup like this, you want to make sure you hammer them all out. I also have my lava generators look different now, don't they, little viewers? That's because these are times 8. Each of these is worth 8 regular lava generators. And you might be going, well, that must take a lot of lava. And yes, it does. Down here, when I have this filled up, it should be 99 crucibles making lava. And I've got a bunch of pyrotheum under here. And I am not quite half done with it because I ran out of sulfur and blaze stuff. So that's partially why I went over and got those. What else? I also have this. This is This is a octuple compressed cobblestone setup. This is to make bedrockium. I again have a cobblestone generator. I've got like 3 or 4 scattered around. And this guy has 35 world interaction upgrades. And you can put up to a stack in there, and each one will basically increase the number of cobblestones it makes each time it tries to make one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be actually outputting off of all 4 sides on that little bit of cobblestone there. Which is going to take a lot of lapis and a lot of iron. I had a lot of iron because of, you know, those iron block houses we took apart. But I was low on lapis. So I went into the nether and I got a full stack of nether lapis. And I ran it through that and I got 4 full stacks of lapis ore. And then I ran those through the enrichment chamber and I got 48 stacks of lapis. How much lapis is that? That much lapis, little viewers. From 1 stack of nether lapis comes all of this. And it also would have taken a decent amount of time if I had not got myself some of the mechanism upgrades. Speed and energy, little viewers. I believe you need about 2 energy to each speed if you want to keep your power consumption normal. But like right now, it uses, when I'm actually using it, 500 joules a tick, which is, if I've got the conversion right, that should be 250 RF a tick, which these guys here, when they're going, they generate 320, just one of them. So I'm getting almost 1,000 RF a tick right now, though, viewers. And then I've got about 500 going out over here. Yep, 425. Right now I only have this guy set up with the fortune upgrade because diamonds. Because diamonds, little viewers. That's just about it for what I've been doing. Oh, thank you for another emerald, Gaspard. I love when he just drops off emeralds like that. We're going to do a couple other miscellaneous things for this episode. Like what? Well, let's go ahead and upgrade our item magnet. So, I want the rare earth magnet, which means I need 3 more of these. 1, 2, and 3. And I actually have I think I still have a decent amount of ender pearls. I've got 10 pearls. I really should have planted my stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now before I forget. Before I forget, little viewers, because ender pearls continue to be a very precious commodity. Though I think for not too much longer, because now that I have some mob essence, I can get to some of the ridiculous efficiency for the soul shards. So I think by the end of this episode, little viewers, we will have an incredible enderman farm. But that's jumping the gun a little bit. So to upgrade the magnet, we do like that. We do like that. We need to turn our magnet off. There we go. And if you didn't know, little viewers, if you hold down shift and space at the same time when you're in the air, you won't drop down and you can still shift click things. So now we have the rare earth magnet. Now the other magnet would pick up stuff within like 4 or 5 blocks of you. For example, we were over here by the farm, and like I wouldn't have been able to pick up that little bit of blaze powder right there. But with this thing, boom, it's mine. This thing will pick up items forever away. I don't even know how far away it can pick stuff up, but it's nuts. Alright, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab a whole bunch of lapis, because I also want to have a very good cobblestone generation thing going. Excuse me. Put all of those away. If you try to put too much stuff in your AE system at once, it'll go blank like that while it figures out what you were all just cramming into it. So you know, most of your inventory full of lapis qualifies as a bit too much. Get in there. Ugh, my combi. Oh, I think I just threw it all on the ground like a boss. Yep. Alright, let's try that again. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There you go. And that one. Alright. So yes, you need lots of lapis if you want to make world interaction upgrades. You're also going to need a lot of iron, because you need an iron pick, and 4 more iron besides. There we go. W-O-R-L-D. We'll just make one of these, well, we'll make all of them, because I have already made up, if I counted right, all the iron picks I will need. So, shift click, there's a stack, there's a stack, and I need more regular iron. And you can see we're starting to actually run low on these blocks. We got 94 blocks of iron left, low viewers. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, I have been actually tearing through my iron. It's a good thing we've got the little setup we've got over there now. There's that, and boom. Yep, that should be perfect. Because we'll go boop onto there. Now that we'll be doing 64 at a time, and then we'll do the same on this guy, and then we'll go underneath, where I have already set up these two here. Oh, I need to get under there, get at the angle there. There we go. That one there, and that one there. Alright, so I've actually had this thing running for a little while, and I still only have, I don't have any octuple yet, I just have 1 sextuple. But with that going, yeah, look at that. I actually need to, do I have a stack upgrade? I feel like I made a stack upgrade. I have not made a stack upgrade, and I don't think a speed upgrade will do it. So, we are actually making, more cobblestone than the thing can actually keep up with. Thankfully, oh, I don't have that. Do I have enough redstone to do that? Do I have enough redstone to do that? I do! Yay! Yeah, making those speed upgrades is expensive. Each one is a block of redstone. So, make one of those. There you go. And now make one of those. There we go. The stack upgrade does pretty much what you would expect. If we look in here, it's only moving one at a time. If we put in the stack upgrade, it will move up to a stack at a time. So yeah, it didn't really need a stack upgrade, but like I said, I'm pretty sure a speed upgrade wouldn't have actually done anything. So now we are making, oh yeah, we're making stuff much faster now. Sweet. Maybe sometime at the end of next episode we'll actually have a block of bedrock again. So, enough rambling on. I'm going to get set up to be able to grind some endermen, and I'll show you how that works, because I believe I mentioned it a while ago that there are things you can do to make it easier to get your soul shards, and I will show you that when we come back. So I'll see you in a second. And I'm back, loyal viewers. So I got a fairly generic spawning room going on over there. I didn't think about it, but of course I am in a void world, and that is a dark room, so there is of course lots and lots of stuff in it. But there will soon not be lots and lots of stuff in it because of these conveyor belts. I will need about that much. I did a 9x9, so I need 81 of them. So let's also go ahead and just make the spawner now. There you are. I need to make that frame. There's that frame. Find the thing. Make the thing. Auto spawner. Mine Factory Reloaded auto spawner. And we need the net. I believe I briefly mentioned the reusable safari nets. These are amazing. They require gas tiers and ender pearls. I believe it's a gas tier in the middle and 4 pearls around it. And it will make 1 safari net. Oh, and it's raining. That's the one bad thing about being over here. Even if I go and sleep, it doesn't really advance the day, so it keeps raining. There is a modded thing to get rid of the rain, but I might mess with it later on. But I have 3 very useful mobs in here. I have the Blizz, which I actually caught over by our old base. I thought I was going to have to go through the ex-nihilo way of getting a Blizz, and I might show that off anyway. But Blizz will spawn in cold biomes, and you really want them because they are very good for getting you cryothium. And cryothium is a great coolant used for big reactors. So we might get into that later. Witches, everyone knows why witches are useful. There's just so much stuff you can get from them that even vanilla witch farming is good, and in modded it's even better. And then of course the enderman, and this is what I'm going to make our spawner for today. I also have an RF exciter to get it power, and I believe I mentioned it, but I need to make sure that go away you. And we need the essence drum. Alright, and then we also need to come up here and just shoot all of these guys. You may notice that my bow pulls really quick. Well, that is because I have put a whole lot of redstone on it, and it draws in 1/4 of a second. Hold still, you skeleton. I said hold still. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set up just a little bit here. We go spawner on top. I have it 4 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up, because as you know, endermen are tall, and I like to have a little bit of room to make sure they don't get stuck. Give me that one and that one. Alright, and I'm pretty sure that I can just put the drum on top and it will automatically feed into it. If it doesn't, well, I think I have a liquid node in here somewhere. So I mentioned that the conveyor belts would make it so there's not going to be a whole bunch of stuff in here. That is because conveyor belts will move mobs and stuff around, but mobs cannot spawn on them. There is a different conveyor belt that they can spawn on, but these ones are not them. And there's a bunch of different designs I've seen for setting up conveyor belts. They work, basically you set them up like you would a water stream. Some people like to have them direct into the center, which is fine for, I feel is fine for doing relatively low volume stuff, but if you're doing a high volume thing, I think it's easier to push them all down to one end and then you push them into the middle like that. I think that's the easier way to do it. That's just my 2 cents, little viewers. Anyway, the reason that I'm doing this for the soul shards is because soul shards will not work on other soul shard spawners, but they will work for regular spawners. Like if I wanted to get a blaze soul shard, I could just go into the I could just go into there and just start beating up on blaze. But that's not what I'm here for. So those will go there. They'll drop down right here for easy killing. Very good, very good. Going all the way up. And I'm the reason there's no roof on this, little viewers, is partially so that I can easily get in and out. But I also ran out of smooth stone. I am almost completely out of smooth stone right now, loyal viewers. So let's plop the essence drum on the top. There we go. I have no idea if it needs to be pumped in. It looks like it does actually need to be pumped in. Okay, good to know, good to know. Give me you. Pop you off. Give me a little bit of these stone bricks. We'll just go 1 and 2. Smack out the middle one. Hiya. And then I should have a liquid node in my bag. I do, I have several liquid nodes in my bag actually. Very good, very good. Alright, so the Mine Factory Reloaded spawner, the auto spawner, has a slightly different range than normal spawners. It will actually spawn in a 9x9 around it, but only 1 block up and down. So that's another reason why I'm not really worried about putting a roof on this thing. So then we go like that. We go in here, and the spawn exact copy, if you spawn exact copies, it'll take more energy to do, but it's not really necessary. And it was charged because, again, we have our little qubit cell. The biggest reason to spawn an exact copy is if you're trying to make wither skeletons out of and not be in the nether, because apparently wither skeleton is just a modifier on a regular skeleton. But since we're just doing enderman, we don't need exact copy, but we do need to give it a little bit of power. And whew, look at it go. I'm not sure if it actually spawned an enderman. Alright, so I'm going to slap that one there. Oh. Right now the endermen are freaking out because, you know, they're getting rained on. I might need to put a lid on this, little viewers. But I wanted to show you the auto spawner. Yep, look at them, they're going to just teleport and be all obnoxious. How much arithmetic does this thing actually use? It will use at least 100, so let's see, will you use at least 200? I need to do like that. It will. Alright, give me that. I don't need endermen teleporting all over the place. Alright, I'm going to cut out here, probably just put a wood roof on this thing. And I'll be back once I'm close to having a full soul shard, because this does not take very long. So I will catch you in a moment, little viewers. And I'm back, little viewers, and I have just a couple endermen in there. It's probably difficult to hear me over them. I don't know how much energy the spawner can take. It looks like it eats up about 750 arithmetic at max, and at max it makes ridiculous amounts of enderman. I think I'm at the I'm probably real close to the spawn cap right now. So I'll just kill a couple of those, and you can see this is now bound to an enderman, and I got I've got a couple of enderman kills, and now it's at 24. So let's just click spam. Let's go ahead and turn on our magnet too, and get a ton of pearls too. See if I can even keep up with the thing up there. Oh, there was a special enderman in there. Die, enderman, die! Ah. I kind of wish that I had the disjunction on this one. That would make it even better for killing the enderman, but I don't think I can have that and sharpness at the same time. I'm also not sure if you can hear me over these loud endermen. Oh man, what are we at now? See, we're at 234 endermen now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here real quick, and we'll be back after I have this shard fully set up. So catch you in a second, little viewers. And I'm back, little viewers, and that didn't take very long at all, really. Yep, the endermen were doing their things when I came back in and took the drum out. There was one enderman who managed to get himself up on the thing here. I don't know how I managed to do that, but whatever, it's fine. I got a ton of ender pearls. The to get a full soul shard, it's going to take about half a drum of essence. If you have, just any kind of spawner going on, I heartily recommend blazes. Anyway, if you have, something like this with grinders, it's really easy to get them as that much essence. I'm not going to actually use the soul shard just yet, though I think I will show you how to make the soul shard spawner, which is really easy actually. Let's just go ahead and put away all of those ender pearls. Oh, it's so nice having a bunch of ender pearls, though, viewers. It is a soul cage, is what it's called. There you are. And it's just iron bars. Now, the different levels of soul shard will get you different stuff. You need to have at least 64 kills on it to be able to spawn anything. If you don't have at least 64 kills on it, your thing is worthless. At higher levels, you can turn it on and off with a redstone signal, and at tier 5, I believe it spawns like 6 guys every 2 or 4 seconds, something like that. It's ridiculous. And it can spawn even if they're like still in the spawn area. So handle tier 5 soul shards with care, little viewers. And yes, it does say 1024 to get max there. If you have a nice handy dandy soul stealer 5, that's only not even 200, it's like 175 or so, which goes really quickly actually. Especially if you give that thing tons of energy. So I think that's going to do it for this episode, little viewers. What have we done? Well, we've got ourselves an enderman soul shard, and we also have moved. Next time, I'm not sure what we're going to do next time. Let's go ahead and see how this is going. Oh, we have 3 sextuple compressed cobblestone. Awesome. So yes, we've got that going. We can also use that for getting whatever other kind of spawners we want going. I'm actually considering doing one with a mushroom to get a mushroom soul shard, and a bunch of other stuff that you can do. Like I might do a blaze soul shard just because I can. There's all kinds of different stuff that I might do, little viewers. I don't know, but today we've got all this set up. I think, what are we going to do? I think tomorrow we're going to play around some more power, because I really want to get these guys, I want to get 8 of these guys and eventually condense them all down into a times 64 lava generator. Let's just show that off, because that's partially why I have that bedrockium set up, because to get that you need a hyper energy transfer node, and that requires a bedrockium ingot. But that thing, as it shows, is 64 times the output of just one of these guys. So it's 8 times the output of one of these guys. So it's, what do we have? 320 is the output? Yep, 320 is the output, so times 8. Somewhere around 2500 RF a tick from just one of those guys, though it does take a lot of lava. I believe that when I have this thing completely done, I will have just a little bit of excess lava, although that does assume, running it 24/7. So, until next time, little viewers, I shall catch you on the flip side. Laters.